Today on the Report program, California jurors may be facing some large fines for using their phones.
Fullerton City Council proposes a new way of electing its board members.
And this week may feel like a drag, but last week's drag was a turn up on campus. All this and much more on the Report program.
Hello and welcome to the Report program. I'm Eric Resendiz.
I'm Roxana Paul.
And I'm Gustavo Holguin.
California jurors who tweet or Google search cases can now face large fines. Our reporter Natalie Aguirre has more on the story.
As American citizens, it is our civil duty to serve as jurors in our local courts. When our time comes, we turn to our phones and electronic devices to pass time. But California's state officials authored a bill that would allow judges to fine jurors up to $1,500 for social media and internet violations, which have led to unfair trials in the past.
The problem with that is it can lead to a mistrial, and we've seen that happen across the country, where verdicts have been tossed out, trials have had to be redone.
In 2011, a state law was passed which made improper electronic communication and research punishable, but these large fines would support the law.
We also think it will be a deterrent to jurors and therefore will improve the court process.
As of now, the bill authorizes judicials to select some county courts for a 5-year pilot program for the bill. Reporting for the Report program, I'm Natalie Aguirre.
Reporter Jillian Salas covered last week's City Council meeting where they discussed the future of electing City Council members. Let's hear what they had to say.
The City of Fullerton met Tuesday to discuss the issue of creating district electoral lines. Members of the public reviewed and commented on different test maps that would define the future voting process of Fullerton. The meeting was set in place after civil rights activist groups sued the city last year for the lack of representation of minorities on the council board. This move would transition the city's voting process from an at-large electoral system to a district electoral system if voted in November. Residents have until May to choose the map of their preference.
The analysis of this shows that these districts do a good job of actually creating fair opportunities for all the different communities.
This is Jillian Salas from the Report program.
Is it too much to expect the safety for your personal privacy when staying at a well-known hotel for a weekend getaway? Sportscaster Erin Andrews has finally come to a settlement on Monday for the Peephole lawsuit against her stalker back in 2008. Here's Miranda with more.
Good morning. Good morning.
A confidential settlement has been made between Erin Andrews and the hotel owner of the Marriott at Vanderbilt University from the Peephole lawsuit in 2008, where a man admitted to have secretly videotaped Andrews while she was nude. The man was her stalker, Michael David Barrett. He claims that the reason he made the tape was because he was broke. Erin is an American sportscaster and news television personality who has been a role model to thousands of young women by building her career in a predominantly male industry. Clips and countless interviews and court hearings show Andrews devastated by such an inappropriate violation of her privacy. In one clip, Andrews speaks out, "Young women tweet at me all the time, saying I want to be just like you, minus the Marriott thing. But that was out of her control," she cried. It should be expected that owners and supervisors of any hotel establishment protect the safety and privacy of their patrons. Andrews is being awarded $55 million total, 28 from her stalker Barrett and 27 from the Marriott at Vanderbilt. This is Miranda Medina from the Report program.
Drivers may not have to worry about getting a ticket in the mail after being captured by a red light camera in the city of Placentia. After legal battles, the cameras may not be as helpful in preventing accidents as they appear. The Report program's Christina Massari has more on the story.
The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety reported 22% of traffic accidents are due to drivers running red lights. Many cities have installed red light cameras to subdue this trend. Placentia purchased and installed a traffic camera system that as of 2015 is no longer operational.
And then I find out the city of Placentia paid to have video cameras installed all over the city and cabled back to City Hall, but then their lawyers decided that it wasn't worth actually using them because it's hard to get it to stand up in court.
39-year Placentia resident Fred Messeri discovered the inactive traffic system when he was in a 3-car pileup at the intersection of Bradford and Madison Avenue.
Former Placentia City Treasurer Lee Cassidy said that the city was losing money on cameras and do not have the funds to keep them up. Loss of money has caused surrounding cities, Santa Ana and Fullerton, to vote to take their systems down. For now, taxpayers' money and inactive red light cameras sit at Placentia intersections. I'm Christina Messeri for the Report Program. Communication Week 2016 gave CSUF students the chance to meet and network with industry professionals. Reporter Chelsea Cooper has more.
Comm Week at Cal State Fullerton was a great opportunity for students to get valuable information from industry professionals. The employment panel was tailored for how to get a job in the entertainment industry after graduation. Many students took advantage of the networking sessions that featured Disney, CBS, Walgreens, Univision, PMK, BNC, and so much more. Comm Week also highlighted many guest speakers, including Jason Leopold, an investigative reporter from Vice News, who's known for its infamous coverage of major world issues. All in all, Comm Week gave students and professors a lot of insight into how to be successful in the entertainment industry, whether it be for broadcast, print, PR, or even advertising. I'm Chelsea Cooper for the Report Program.
It's always nice to know that my school gives back to its communication students. But speaking of Cal State Fullerton, its housing is now on the map for a drag show venue. Last week, they hosted their first show, and their mission was to do more than just entertain. Eric Resendiz has the story.
Everything seems nice and calm here at the Housing Piazza. Let's just say that last week, the turn-up was real.
So this was the first student housing drag show, and we wanted to make it big. We wanted to do this show to give people a different experience, but we also wanted to be sensitive to where people are at, where students might be. This might be their first experience ever seeing a man dressed as a woman.
This is my first time ever being to a show like this. I think it's really informative and helping with people who don't know about the community, because just the writing on the chalkboard I think was really helpful too. So I think people get to learn more about the LGBT community.
What better way to learn than by being part of the experience? Some students participated in a lip sync battle, and student Lamar Roberts won first place.
I'm just grateful to see this happening, and that our school is willing to do this so that people can learn about acceptance and learn about different arts and cultures and subcultures.
Alessandra Devine, the host of this show, graduated from Cal State Fullerton.
I'm an alumni, graduated last year, human services major. It was great coming back because I haven't been here since I graduated. So it was really a fun experience. I hope to come back next year in whatever events they have.
So many people showed up. I think the support's there, and I'm curious to see what they're going to say tomorrow. Whether this is a good feedback or whether we need to change some things or create other opportunities for students to do it. But I'm curious to see what they're going to say tomorrow.
Thank you for having us, Cal State Fullerton.
We spoke to Sal today, and the feedback he got was amazing. And he says that the goal for next year is bigger and better. From the Housing Piazza at Cal State Fullerton, Eric Resendiz, The Report Program. It's great that our campus is giving back to the students, but now our students from Cal State Fullerton are giving back to the community. They transformed a group project into something that can change the lives of others. This was possible thanks to a nonprofit organization, and Roxana Paul has more on this heartwarming story.
This past weekend, Together We Rise, a nonprofit organization, gave the opportunity to a group of students from Cal State Fullerton to collaborate with them for a good cause. During the event, Arts for Foster Love, people could enjoy live music, food, and body drawings. The purpose of it was to make people aware of the problem and get funds to help children and youth without a home. The union between the students and Together We Rise was possible because the organization already helps those in need. Instead of children who have to move from house with the trash bag, we give them a backpack with the bear and the colored book so they can feel more loved and feel the family love that they unfortunately don't have. Monserrat Flores tells us what most impressed her about the union. What most got our attention is that this organization helps. We started as a project where we wanted something to get our attention, something we had passion about, and we wanted to help and educate people. Thanks to these organizations and projects, students can get involved and give back to the society. For the Report program, I'm Roxana Pau.
Ever look at California State Fullerton's emblem and wonder what is significant about an orange tree? Many are surprised to find the answer. Reporter Morgan Klein has the story.
Cal State Fullerton's university logo is the most commonly used element of the institution's visual identity system. The tree featured symbolizes academic and personal growth, knowledge, and transformation. There are orange trees planted on both sides of the Mahalo building on campus, and many students do not know they are allowed one orange per day.
I think the orange trees are symbolic because we're in Orange County, but I don't think other students would mind other fruits growing on campus, or it doesn't have to be fruits, just any kind of trees.
But some students were devastated to hear orange trees have been cut down in previous years for campus renovations.
They should definitely do something, at least plant one tree, if not like try to reconstruct all of them somehow. Yeah, I think they should.
Maybe put up a really big one in the middle and then start putting up everywhere around. I think they should just put them all over the school. It doesn't matter. Let's promote some healthy living.
The trees on campus symbolize the school's emblem and encourage students to grow academically and to always reach higher. I'm Morgan Klein reporting from the Report program.
Now I feel a little bit better about taking one orange per day from our campus. Other campuses in the news, UC Tennessee students are striking for funds of diversity. Valeria Murguia has the story.
And so not only is Nashville not doing what they need to be doing, but administration is not standing up for us whatsoever.
Dressed in black, USC Tennessee students as well as faculty had a message. They marched and even laid in order to stop legislation from trying to defund the Office for Diversity and Inclusion.
That this is important to us, that they should respect what we think and how to run our university, and stop trying to micromanage us.
This has been Valeria Murguia with OC News.
The NBA playoffs seem to be wearing down some players. Which team's players suffered injuries? More after the break.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
With injuries happening throughout the NBA playoffs, teams have to rely on their superstars more often. The Celtics and the Hawks needed overtime to decide the winner for the 4th game of their series. Gustavo Holguin has more about the ball game.
With 15 seconds left, Isaiah Thomas tied the game after driving through an Atlanta Hawks double team in Game 4 of the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs. The game went into overtime after Jeff Teague was unable to get a shot off before the buzzer. Head coach Brad Stevens said the Celtics had to rely on a strong performance from Marcus Smart after losing guard Avery Bradley for at least the rest of the series.
Marcus just played a great game, period.
And, we've talked about it before, like, Marcus has had his ups and downs, but Marcus on this stage and with his consistent work ethic and with his competitive spirit, you really trust that good things will happen.
After Atlanta pulled within 4 points, Thomas put the game away by hitting a corner three with 30 seconds left. However, Thomas's big assist came after the game. His children joined him during the press conference and got some media time of their own.
Hi. My son's Jaden. It's the basketball player, and then James, he makes him do everything. Isaiah's the greatest basketball player.
This is Gustavo Holguin with the Report Program.
Everyone is my pick.
The Clippers faced the Trailblazer Monday night, but Clippers point guard Chris Paul lost more than just the game. Ashley Casas has more on the story.
The Pacific Northwest, the usual sellout crowd, the 20,000 turning out, and this.
The Los Angeles Clippers faced the Portland Trailblazers Monday night in Game 4 of the playoffs. The game ended with a win for the Trailblazers with a score of 98-84. The win evened the series 2-2. But that wasn't the only bad news for the Clippers. Point guard Chris Paul suffered a fracture in his right hand while defending Trailblazers guard Gerald Henderson.
Crowd wanted a foul. Paul with the steal. Reddick with athletic trainer Jason Powell taking a look.
Right wrist. I think he's. I saw him hold his right wrist. He got a steal on the.
Paul was taken out with 6 minutes and 7 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Paul will be reevaluated Tuesday in Los Angeles, but team sources indicate that surgery will likely be needed and that the normal recovery time for this injury is anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks. This is Ashley Casas with the Report Program.
The Clippers aren't the only one that are getting a little bite from the injury bug. The Golden State Warriors are as well. They were off to a hot start in this year's NBA's playoffs, but their chances at defending their title took a hit this past week when it was revealed their best player will miss game time due to an injury. We now go to Gregory Bertato for more on the story.
The 2016 NBA playoffs are officially underway, and for the Golden State Warriors, a quick 3-1 game lead over the Houston Rockets has them almost surely advancing into the next round. How much further they'll go after that is now a question that everybody in the NBA is asking. Injuries to superstar Steph Curry have the Warriors' chances of defending their title in serious question. When asked about losing Curry to injury, teammate Klay Thompson shared his thoughts about the team moving forward.
Concerning obviously not having our best player, but no one's going to feel sorry for us. Life is obviously more difficult on the court without him because he does so many great things, but at the same time we still have a job to do, and we still got a very capable team and such a deep team that was built for if something like this does happen, we can hold on for a while until he comes back.
Tests revealed that Curry suffered a sprained MCL, and it is unclear just how long he will have to sit. Warriors general manager Bob Myers, who was with Curry at his MRI, had a few words to say about a possible timetable.
It's one of those things where we attempted to put a timetable on it, which is 2 weeks. We're going to reevaluate it, but we'll know a little bit more, hopefully after the first week. It's how his body responds to rest, treatment, things like that. There's nothing surgical needed, and like I said, it's unfortunate, but we got a game in 2 days, and we'll focus on that, and we'll move forward the best we can.
Without Curry, the Warriors are still a team that is deep enough to remain competitive, but it is obvious that the team would rather have their superstar on the court, not the sidelines. The Warriors will be left with the task of playing without their captain, and you can be sure that opponents will be looking to take complete advantage of his absence. For the Report Program, I'm Gregory Bertato.
Transitioning from the hardwood to that diamond, Titan baseball returned home Friday night after a midweek contest at CSU Bakersfield. They look forward to extending their winning streak against UNLV for a non-conference matchup. Now, could they? Well, Jasmine Arenas has the highlights.
Titans looking to extend their 4-game winning streak versus the UNLV Rebels. Bottom of the first, we go. Titans up 1-0. Runners on first and second when Timmy Richards delivers an RBI single up the middle to double the lead, 2-0. Top of the second, we go. The Rebels would respond back. Justin Jones at the plate tells the dealer, "Hit me," and delivers a 2-run jack to right field to tie it up at 2. But Connor Seabold would settle down, striking out 3 consecutive Rebel batters. Don't mess with Seabold on the mound. The Titans would put the game out of reach in the bottom of the 8th with a score of 8-4. Colby Kauhaha turns with a 3-1 pitch and smacks a 2-run double off the left field wall, scoring 2 Titans. 2 batters later, Tristan Hildebrand doubles down on the Rebels, increasing the lead to 12-4. And that's the way it would end. Titans win their 5th straight and improve to 23-13 overall. Coach shared how proud he is of his team.
You've got to be impressed with this team. 17 hits, a season high. I mean, what do you think about your hitters?
I thought they did a pretty good job tonight. They're not giving stuff away, and sometimes it takes a little while, but we threw up some crooked numbers tonight. And when you throw up crooked numbers, they add up and add up, and added up to 17 hits and 12 runs, and we'll take that every time out.
It was a career-high game for the Titans as Connor Seabold had 11 Ks on the mound versus the Rebels, while Tanner Pinkston had a 4-hit game. And overall, the team performed phenomenal with 17 hits, a season high. The Titans look to continue this type of play tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for Game 2 versus the Rebels. From Goodwin Field, I'm Jasmine Arenas, Titan Sports Recap.
When we come back, Hollywood mourns the death of a pop icon.
And which artist is breaking records with their newest album?
More after a short break. Stay with us.
Keeps me warm. She 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 keeps me warm.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
After having a little taste of the lemonade, all the viewers on iTunes are also getting into the Kool-Aid. It leads the sales on top downloads on iTunes this week. Beyonce's most recent album is All the Buzz. And did she give her Beehive insight to the alleged Jay-Z cheating scandal? Natalie Gomez tells us more.
Beyonce breaks the internet yet again. Queen Bee dropped her long-awaited album, Lemonade, and the Beehive is sure buzzing. The album dropped this past weekend with 13 tracks, including the single Formation she surprised us with at Super Bowl 50. The album itself is being questioned because of the musical content. Beyonce talks about infidelity, heartbreak, and everyone seems to be asking if the lyrics are about Jay-Z. Beyonce's Formation World Tour will kick off in just a few days. So for those of you attending the concert, bring out those flashcards and learn the 13 songs. The album is currently #1 in at least 90 countries. And I'm pretty sure the buzz will not stop bringing about this new album. Here's a sneak peek at it.
What am I doing, my love?
I'm Natalie Gomez with The Report Program.
And if you haven't checked out Beyonce's Lemonade album, you gotta. I mean, it's very powerful, not only in the, in the magic of the music and the art, but the visuals really impact the story. And going from Queen Bee to a Prince, the artist known as Prince died Thursday, leaving behind one of the most influential and best-selling careers in music history. Luis Medina has a story of Prince.
See you laughing, babe. Only wanna see you laugh.
Singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and actor Prince Roger Nelson was born on June 7, 1958 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. In 1978, Prince was signed to Warner Brothers Records as a teenager. In 1978, Prince released his first album, For You. Prince's early music career saw the release of Prince, Dirty Mind, and Controversy, all of which created controversy due to their fusion of religion and sexual themes. The singer found international success with the release of his first record, 1999, and created the album and film Purple Rain in 1984. With the release of the soundtrack Batman in 1989, Prince has become one of the America's most commercially successful pop artists. Prince changed his name into an unpronounceable symbol in 1993, which he used until 2000. During that time, he was more frequently referred as the artist formerly known as Prince. Protected of his music, he wrote, composed, produced, and played most of the instruments of his albums. He won 7 Grammy Awards and earned 30 nominations. He won an Oscar for Best Original Song Score for Purple Rain and a Golden Globe Award. He was introduced into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004. But on Thursday, 21st, 2016, Prince was found dead. The 57-year-old singer was found unresponsive in his residence in the city of Minneapolis. Medical examiner's office are continuing to investigate the circumstances surrounding his death. To this day, Prince's music continues to inspire future generations. Reporting for the Report program, Luis Medina.
Purple rain, purple rain.
As Luis reported, Prince has passed away, and we here are all feeling for that. Emily Cordes has a different angle on the story. Let's hear it.
Prince was a music legend and is considered one of the greatest musicians of all time. At the age of 57, he was found dead in an elevator in his home in Chanhassen, Minnesota on Thursday. His death has shocked thousands of fans around the world. A wild persona and a talented artist and musical icon is now gone. Prince won 7 Grammys, had 5 #1 singles, and an Oscar. His accomplishments have made him one of the most successful artists of all time. Yet, Prince was not just a singer. He was a producer and a performer and wrote tunes for others that made them famous. Through his own music, he earned the nickname His Royal Badness, and after his hit single Purple Rain, the fans called him the Purple One. Prince performed his final concert last week in Atlanta, and after, flew back to the state that he had always called home, Minnesota. Sheila E., a musician and entertainer, had this to say about the death of Prince.
Knowing him, he wants everyone to celebrate him and celebrate his life.
Outside of his Chanhassen estate in Michigan, fans showed up to pay their respects to the music legend that inspired many. When asked about how she felt about the passing of Prince, Elise Lane had this to say.
In mourning like everyone else, I mean, he was so beautiful and alive, and then all of a sudden he's gone.
The cause of Prince's death remains unknown. An autopsy has been performed within the last few days, but sources have said that it can take up to several weeks before the results are known. Reporting for the Report program, I'm Emily Cordes.
Us here at the Report program give everyone their best, to who that was affected by Prince's death. He's one in a lifetime type of artist, and we thank you, Prince. Back to Cal State Fullerton. Paying attention in class may be tedious, but a new app is here to motivate students to stay off their phones during class time. Carolino Quixiano has the story.
Pocket Points is an app created by Chico State students when they realized phones were the ultimate distraction in class. The app rewards students for locking their phones during lectures.
Pocket Points is definitely my new favorite app.
Students are obsessing over Pocket Points, possibly because it's so easy to use. All they have to do is open the app on campus, lock their phones, and they automatically start earning points redeemable at nearby restaurants.
I've never been the type of person that really likes to use my phone in class, but sometimes I'd find the apps are really distracting and things like that. So I started deleting them off my phone. But what I really like about this app is that it rewards you for it. So it's really cool when I'm in my accounting class or things like that, and it just really allows me to just shut off my phone and then go get a discount somewhere on campus. It's really, really great. Especially being a college student, it's really nice to save money and pay attention to class.
I'm Carolina Quixano for the Report Program.
Thank you, Carolina, for those tips. And a 13-year-old girl in Kentucky who helped a bullying victim is getting kudos for her act of kindness. Reporter Melina Joseph has this story.
Hi, honey. How are you? Thank you.
Amanda Gardner wasn't quite sure how her son got new shoes.
Never met her in my life.
She knew they were nice and they were needed.
It's not something my family can always afford. He had been wearing my Nikes that I had, and they were about 8 years old.
This is what my baby does, y'all.
This simple act of kindness is touching hearts across the nation. A 13-year-old girl named Shaylin Hampton met Richard Barrow Sunday when he came to play basketball outside her home. Surrounded by bullies, 11-year-old Barrow was being teased because he had holes in his shoes.
That my shoes look raggedy and that I shouldn't be playing with them.
How did that make you feel?
Actually, really sad.
Sneaker collector Hampton took it upon herself to help Barrow out. She went inside her home and returned with a new $200 pair of Nike LeBrons.
They're just completely changed.
I cried for hours, and I couldn't stop because I could not believe that a 13-year-old actually stopped somebody from bullying my child.
Hampton's mother posted the video on Facebook
to stop him from being bullied.
The story now going viral.
I've got people in California, one in Australia. The councilwoman in our area has reached out to us. Fox News affiliates have reached out to us. Ellen.
Inspiring others.
I realized that your net was torn. Got you a new one.
I didn't think it would turn out to be such a big deal. I was just trying to be nice.
The 13-year-old girl who gave a selfless gift,
bullying is not right,
feels what it's like.
I tell her every day, thank you. You are his angel.
To walk in someone else's shoes.
There's a lot more that needs to be done in the world.
I'm Melina Joseph reporting for the Report Program.
Stories like this are very powerful, and we need more people like her to lead us and help change the world. That's all from here at the Report Program.
Make sure to tune in next Tuesday for more news.
Thank you for watching, and have a great day.